Take a trip as I kick the vision, spitting isms. Teaching butterflies to hover by the ones who pippin'. Now on this journey, it gon' lead to friction, causing tension. Stay on the mission, keep your moves true to pure intentions. I couldn't see it as a shorty steady polishing flaws. My powers evolved, I mastered 48 laws. On any season you spring, watch for the fall. A thinking man thinks, why the scared man just stalls. Trying to graduate about this life, dropouts dead. Couldn't see the full picture cause they cropped out heads. Slept with fishes cause I'm better off dead. Grab the bait off the hook cause closed mouths don't get fed. I'm from that other side where other guys scared to see each other rise. Pigeons in the coop take their wings so they never fly. Dreams of copping V's, they ain't got the drive. Walking dead zombies want your brain just to stay alive. Playing my heartstrings, extorting my prime. It's daylight savings the way they trying to shorten my time. Caught in the vine, where's God? I'm reporting the crime. The atheist laughed and said, let me know when you find them, like ha 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 ha. What it sounded like, treat my enemies, closest friends got a lot alike. I keep my baggage light, keep my thoughts from out of sight. Find me in the alley, spark a blunt just for God and light.
Peace YouTube. Y'all know what time it is. Peace YouTube, we back at it. This is the Dricanhippie and NWO News crossover.
End of the year crossover.
You see it.
Everybody in trouble.
Everybody in trouble. That's gonna be the name of the episode too. Everybody in trouble. Y'all see who I got with me, man? NWO Sparrow from NWO News. What's poppin', my guy?
I'm great, man. I'm so happy that we are coming to an end of this year. I felt like we was living in a freaking simulation. This shit don't feel real. Everything that's happened, it does not feel real. But this is the crossover. Shout out to Frost as Hell from NWO News. This will be officially, I think this officially will be the last episode of the year for NWO News. Officially. So I could count this as episode 105.
Same here. This will be the last episode for the Dricanhippie Show with Spliff and Chun. Shout out to my co-host Spliff and Chun. Y'all did great this year. I will have y'all evaluations at the end of the year to see what's happening for 2025. But other than that, man, it was a beautiful year, like personally. But like Sparrow said, it was a fucking diabolical year. You know what I'm saying? And don't mind the noise in the back. That's Envious and E coming in. They gave us, it was a pleasure. They gave us the spot to record at. You know what I'm saying? Envious was good, my guy.
What's going on, bro?
Same shit, chilling. What's good? This is Sparrow, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Same here, man.
Y'all gonna be seeing that soon. That should be out before this episode. We just finished 7 days with Envious, so make sure that y'all check that out. But what's good, Sparrow?
I like what you're doing with the documentaries. I really do. I think, there's nobody to tell the emergent stories, right? You have to be on a major platform for your story to be told. So to see you come in and give people who are working some spotlight and to give them that commercial feel with giving them a documentary, like it's something that the average Joe doesn't get, and you are seeing people working that probably can't get but right now they don't have a VH1 documentary or or MTV or BET or
like
whatever.
Like you said, they don't got somebody willing to like, let me follow you, like you know what I'm saying?
But they are working, and there's so much potential in those artists. So that I give it up to you for that, man.
That's a fact, man. So oddly enough, I started the year with the Dolly Tyson documentary.
Yes, that was in April.
Yes, March. Mastering Your Pain. That was
Shout out to Dolly Tyson.
Yeah, that was like February, March, some shit like
March.
that. Yeah. So that was my first documentary ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna give it up to her for giving me the opportunity to even do that for her. You know what I'm saying? And then the way it came out and the reception that I got, that's one of my proudest moments this year. So I'm double glad to be ending the year off the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, man, I just like to give people their spotlight. Hopefully one day somebody younger than me that followed me is going to be like, yo, let me do the Dricanhippie documentary. You know what I'm saying?
It all come back.
That's a fact. Just because I said that, what's one of your proudest moments this year so far?
Being able to work with the WWE. I think that was like
that was one of my hating moments this year, but in a good way. I was like, oh, this nigga got to WrestleMania is fire.
Man, shout out to Sir Wilkins. He got the Java Tears podcast. He looked out for me. Mm-hmm. And it just snowballed from there. So, that was I was so proud of that moment because I didn't expect that. Like, it was so unexpected, and that trip actually changed my perception of a lot of what we do, how we do it, who we are, being in certain rooms with certain people and that you look up to. Mm-hmm. And you see on some level they just working just as hard as you are. You know what I mean? So they got a goal too. So I think that I know for a fact that was my proudest moment on so many levels.
Yeah. And I don't know if you see it like how people might see it, but it's like you take the opportunity and run with it. If people give you an inch, you gonna take a mile, you know what I'm saying, in a good way, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, as soon as I get this opportunity, it's like up from here, you know what I'm saying? So, and you said some key words there when you said trickle down. So like another, like in my top 5 proud moments this year was getting to work with you.
Oh, wow.
So when I reached out to you and we did the interview, and you was like, yo, you deserve more than this shit right now, you know what I'm saying? And you hooked me up with certain shit, like, even though it didn't go through, he hooked up the email for me. He sent them the email for the Liberty for the finals so I could do media. They was like, yo, we can't this year, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, he did that for me. He was like, yo, Notch, I got the main old day shit for you. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gave me mad opportunities this year that put me in a light and put me, like you saying, in a room with people that I don't like to say look up to, but that I watch, that I support. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with looking up to somebody.
Because I'll say it, but I wouldn't want to meet him and chill with him. I look up to Joe Buttons, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In this podcast shit, but I wouldn't want to meet my hero and be destroyed by him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I don't want to, but I look up to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't lack it neither. Even people on my level, like I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like just the shit that you do, and then for you to say it, I didn't react how I'm supposed to. But you looking through the shit and you like, yo, I'm proud of you, bro.
No, I really am. Like you are. It's so interesting because I see a consistency from the outside. From the outside, I see a consistency. I see your risk taking. When you did that documentary, and you told me that you was doing a documentary, then you had the screening for. I was like, oh shit! Like this dude is really on it. He really has purpose. He really is reaching fulfillment. And today, you passed me a book that had all your ideas, and I swear to God, I was so taken back because I have the same book. I have the same shit. So it's like, oh, this is. When they talk about energy and wavelength, like working with you is necessary and vice versa because we're on the same wavelength. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but you are a strong music fan from the 90s and things like that. If you notice, a lot of people that were probably on our level during the 90s, as they grew together. Yeah. They got to the next level, not together, not like they were on the same team, but as time moved forward, they grew into another level, but they were in it together. Yeah. So it's always interesting to me to see, like when I'm at Hot 97, you see like Flex and all of the DJs from that time. They're there in the position that they're in, and they all work and grew together. Yeah. Media people, you see certain media people that do what we do, that was doing it for years. Mm-hmm. They're now in certain rooms together because they. So I think you and I are on the same wavelength. Yeah. And for us working together, I think more to come for 2025. Like I definitely got myself set up. So anything that I have, I could throw at you because we should be in those rooms together. Yeah. And I often tell media people this. Sorry if I'm rambling.
Nah, do you?
I often tell media people this. Gatekeeping
trash.
Gatekeeping is trash, and let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because when you are in those rooms with those people, they know each other. Mm-hmm. They look out for each other. Mm-hmm. You want to be the one person in that room because you want to be with them when you could bring in your own 3 to 5 people.
That's a fact.
And be in those, and then everybody like in the room comfortable. So, you know, I've been places in the last 2 years where I'm the only one in the room because I got the invite, but I don't know nobody here. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you reach out and you help, especially people like you that are working like you. Yeah. You're working and you're dedicated. You're committed.
I always took this. I think, I don't want to say I created it, but I ran with it like 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. I love this phrase. Create your own world.
Yeah.
Create your own world, and it don't matter if you got one person that fuck with you. Just keep going hard at that shit and do it as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? And just whatever happens, happens. Like you said, both of us got 2020. I told you behind the scenes what I got for 2025. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the first 6 months planned out.
Just mapped out.
You know what I'm saying? And then what happens after that is the next 6 months planned out. So, yeah, man, I can't wait till we see each other and we got our own condos in Miami and we really doing media content and killing this shit on a higher level. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So that makes me proud. So I think that 2024 was like the spark and the start of that, because we knew each other already. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you grow up with your friends for like 20 years and then y'all finally understand it and be like, yo, I gotta do my own thing so we all could win. Yeah. So me and you was on our journey, and it just so happened that the map hit Route 67, and we right there together driving next to each other, and it's like, yo, you got fucking gas? Yeah. You got fresh tires? Yo, let's do it, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's another proud. You know what I'm saying? That's another proud moment of mine, is to like really be working with you, and like the people that we got in common, they all doing big things as well. So it's just like, shout out to Buck, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to 88. Y'all niggas is killing this year, bro. Y'all niggas, man, I don't know what to say. Really, that nigga put foot to ground for real, bro.
You know what's interesting about the whole 88 campaign is that everything that he's doing right now, he said that he was gonna do. Everything, and that's just what is on the surface. But like, he's set on his ideas for maybe like a year and a half, and you know, he would say, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that," and I would do that. Then the conversation went from "I would want to do" to "This is how it's going to be done. This is when I'm going to start." You know, and like I'm watching him in awe.
Manifestation.
Yeah, like I'm watching him in so much awe. Like, damn, nigga, like. Now next do the lotto or some shit, you know what I mean?
Bro, one morning I was running, right? I did my run or whatever, and I'm walking down Myrtle. I ran into my man Manny. Shout out to my man Manny. I knew him since the 90s, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk about nothing less than life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got his family, we talk. So I had a little, a seed planted in me that morning, right? Boom. Now I start walking. Buck get off the 54. Mm-hmm. So now me and him talk about business, so that's another seed, right? Yeah. But he was like, what you saying, like that consistency shit in him, I was like, I'm just looking at him talking, I'm like, bro, like, I met you when you was young, bro. I love you, bro, like the way that you move. And then he put a post up today, it was like mad old pictures of him, and then like his recent pictures and shit, and I'm like, I'm thinking about what you're saying, like manifestation. Mm. And he's another part of this media shit that we talking about, like we growing together. And when we get to a certain point, it's going to be like, yo, remember when we? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, bro. So I love that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
That's a fact.
And it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? And it's a lot. Manifestation.
Yo, shout out to Torre. I ran into Torre. And I chopped it up with him for a couple minutes. He was walking in the park that I work out at. And I ran into him. Yeah, I ran into him, and I was like, yo, da. I watch you, you know what I mean? Because we come from that era, like you saying, that era. And that's the fucking spider web that keeps us all together, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to that shit, man.
I saw that nigga at fucking, I think he was at Chelsea Fitness or something. And that nigga looked scared. I was like, nigga, I don't want nothing from you.
Nigga, yeah, you know what I'm saying, man? But, so what you got, besides this episode, you know what I'm saying, what you got planned to end this year?
Well, we're definitely going to do the artists to watch list that we do every year. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about making that an actual episode. I'm still not sure about that, but I'm going to release the artists to watch list. And, this part of the year is reserved for, like, family. Yeah. So I don't really you know, when November hit, I don't really be outside like that. I don't do much. I invest that time into my family and being home a lot. So the only thing that was going to carry me over into 2025 right now was just the artist to watch list.
Fire.
2025 artist to watch list.
I do the same thing. I take Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I take the week of Christmas. We take December 25th to like January 7th, 8th. Take that time off. You know what I'm saying? Recoup, and then come back into the new year feeling strong. You know what I'm saying? So.
And dedicate that time. You know, the last thing I want to do is, and we see it in the people older than us, go so hard for this. I got a daughter at home. You know what I mean? Like, I got a wife at home, so
that's something that
cool.
You gotta raise, right? Especially in this time and era, man. I got a niece, and I treat her like my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So. Her birthday is tomorrow, which is December 18th. Happy birthday, Paige, you know what I'm saying? So
happy birthday, Paige.
She about to be 10 years old, a decade on this earth. It's a long time. Yeah. But let's get into it, man. Talk about music. This year, I think 2024 was the year of truth.
Yeah, I sound like Cat Williams.
Harsh truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you gonna do something, you gotta do it. If not, somebody gonna call you out on it.
All lies will be exposed.
Line up with your team and my team, boy. But where you want to start at, man? I kind of wanted to, cause since we was talking
give
about
me the list.
Since we was talking about music, I think 2023 was a horrible year for music in general, and I think 2025 was a better year.
A better year, but not great, but better. Not great, but better.
So what was some of the music that stood out for you this year? You know
I think Glorilla Gloria album, fire.
She had a wave.
I'm gonna go out the window and say Glorilla should be receiving a Grammy. Either next year or the following year, because I don't know if her album was out in time. But Glorilla should be receiving a Grammy. That album was amazing. It was well put together,
hip hop gospel.
Yeah, that album was amazing. So I'm on Glorilla this year. I listen to GNX every day since it dropped. Like, I've been listening to Kendrick. And I'm not even a Kendrick fan like that, but I listened to that album.
Touched the soul this year, you know what I'm saying?
That boy was talking.
He had a great year this year. Starting from March till now, he just had a great year, you know what I'm saying?
LPF Pootie, I like his record.
I think Doshi's album was tough.
I didn't listen to it.
You didn't listen to it? I like her. I think her album was tough. Freddie Gibbs' album was tough.
I don't listen to no shit.
Freddie Gibbs' album was tough this year. I think his shit was good. I'm trying to think about what else came out.
Benny the Butcher album. Bro. Mm-hmm. That fucking album was like, that kick started my year. Yeah. Just the way he was talking, everybody can't go. Yeah. Just the shit he was talking that real shit and realizing that it's people that you want to be with you, that you want, but that's just not in the plan.
Yes.
And you know, his album really stood out to me this year. I would even put his album. I'll put Glorilla first, and I'll put Everybody Can't Go by Benny the Butcher. That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
I think, I really like the Glorilla album. Like I said, I think it was hip hop gospel, and then she had some ratchet shit on there. She had some powerful shit on there. She had some great storytelling. I always, when I talk about female rappers, I always put her up there with what's her name? Lotto. Mm-hmm. I like Lotto a lot. I like Doshi now, but I don't want to put her up there because she's fairly new to me. But Rhapsody, I put Rhapsody up there a lot. I think she dropped a project this year that was fire. Banks dropped a project this year that was fire. But as far as
Banks?
Yeah.
The one he was charging $100 for?
Short $100 for?
Yeah, he was charging $100.
Oh yeah, he was charging $100 for it. Yeah. That album was tough though. And then like you said,
you paid $100 for it?
Nah, I heard it though. And like you said, GNX, man. I'm a Kendrick Lamar stan, you know what I'm saying? I think, hot take, I don't know what you gonna feel. I think this year, he He passed Big and Jay. He's the greatest rapper ever.
Nah. The comments heard on the Dricanhippie show is by Dricanhippie and Dricanhippie only.
I just think his body of work already, it surpasses Big, and we can't, that's not Big's fault. He died when he died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not his fault. But I still say niggas not rapping like Big to this day. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But his body of work already surpassed him. I think he checks off maybe one or two more attributes as a rapper than Big for me.
You know,
I think he's a better storyteller.
No.
I think he's a more like, he does more characters than Big. Big did characters, but again, we couldn't see his career progress, so we couldn't see more. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hold that against him. But and then when it comes to Jay, I just think his art, his body of work, each album so far, I compare it to Hov's first, however many he got, and I just think as a rapper, Kendrick is further than Hov was at that time as a rapper.
As what you mean, talent wise or star
As a
wise?
pure rapper.
What does that mean? Talent wise or star wise?
Talent wise.
Okay, you know, let me stop you there.
Let's go. That's why I bought Sparrow.
So let's go back to you saying that he was a better storyteller than Big. Big was so great because you can actually see and it's oftentimes feel what the fuck he is saying. Somebody got to die.
I went to war with his peeps and
Somebody got to die. It's like you're there. You're in the room, and he's talking about when the dude knocked on the door, and just visually, cinematically, he is so compelling. Whereas in Hov makes you see what things could be like. Because let's be honest, that when we was listening to Jay-Z's first album, we wasn't in the street selling drugs. But you had an idea of what that would be like through his lyrics.
Yeah, because he was a grown man.
Yeah.
He was 26 already.
Yeah. But as a listener, you can see, okay, I can picture Jay-Z doing this. I can picture that. Whereas with Big, you knew what the fuck you was talking about because you lived it. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody knock on my door at 3 a.m. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know.
He was the therapy for black men in our culture where we live that.
So I think when we talk about talent-wise with Kendrick, and this is where I challenge you at, the reason why Kendrick would be ahead of Big or Jay is because Kendrick has the benefits of having
heard
modern,
seen them
and have modernized. He has the benefits of modern society.
I agree.
So it just feels better. But if Biggie was rapping today, he would be probably way better than Kendrick. You know what I mean? Like,
because I agree with you because I believe in evolution.
Yeah.
So when people be like, yo, if you drop Michael Jordan in this era, he'll be as dominant as he was back in the day. I don't believe that only because of evolution. Everybody wasn't 6'6" and athletic in his time, but everybody is 6'6" and athletic right now. You got Wembanyama that's 7'10" that shoot one-legged three-pointers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like evolution is stupid.
Yeah.
So I do believe that. If Big was a 22-year-old in 2024, I don't think he would be as much as a Gen X, Gen Z, or whatever it is as these kids are today. I think he would have some. If his situation was still the same, he grew up on St. John's and Fulton and all that, right? He would have a mentality of still who he was. So it would come off different, like Chef G or something, like, oh shit, there's somebody from this era that's talking real shit. He's not just talking memes and dancing and shit. So I agree with you in that. But my thing that plays the X factor with Kendrick, and I got 3 artists from this area in my top 5, it's the West Coast thing. For me, West Coast artists, West Coast art, West Coast movies, music is way more graphic.
Which is why this nigga looking like Eazy-E right now as he speaks. But go ahead.
Way more graphic than East Coast. East Coast is lyrical.
Yeah.
So is wordy, is miracle. It's like you can make something up, you know what I'm saying? But West Coast is like, nigga, 3 a.m, cops at my door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's X factor that plays in it for me. But it's just me. I'm only Ignacio Nunez, you know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? 36 years
Biggie
old,
had
but
that too.
Yeah, Biggie definitely had that.
Biggie got his storytelling from country music.
Yeah. When you watch the Biggie documentary on Netflix, his neighbor that explains Biggie's style and cadence was on point. He was like, he's like a jazz trumpet player. He's on the beat. Yes. So when he's rapping, he's on the beat. So it's like, if that's the beat, that's his flow. Yeah. But his flow overtakes it because his lyrics are so powerful.
Yes.
So I understand music to a T, you know what I'm saying? Like the person that I grew up with, Cole, his father was one of the first DJs in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he grew up, you know what I'm saying? So he was hard on me. So when he saw me listening to like Backstreet Boys and shit, he was like, hold on. You're not gonna be chilling with me singing Backstreet's Back, all right.
Why would you listen to Backstreet Boys, nigga? What life would you live?
So he thought he was slick. He gave me volume 2. Mm-hmm. And he made me listen to Blackstreet Boys. Okay. So I'm like, oh shit, this is, and then hip hop overtook my life. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when I was young, I was walking down Gates Avenue and I heard Hypnotize in the car, and that shit always rang in my head. And when I was younger, I loved Busta Rhymes. Uh-huh. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think this year was a great year for music. Uh-huh. That's why me and you just fell into that conversation, because Kendrick made it a great year.
Since we on Kendrick.
That's what I was gonna say. If that's what you want to talk
Kendrick
about.
Kendrick versus Drake. Goddamn.
Batman versus Superman. It happened. It finally happened. Which one you think was which?
Kendrick is definitely Batman.
I think Batman had the bat suit with the kryptonite on it all over.
Yeah. Kendrick played that shit. Let me tell you this. Let me say this. And I've been saying this for months and posts. You can probably catch it in the video. That man is meticulous and he's dangerous.
Gemini.
He sat back and he looked at everything that Drake does when he's in the battle. Everything that Drake does when he's battling somebody, Kendrick looked at that, studied that, and counted each and every one of those fucking hits with something. Even down to putting those West Coast artists on his album, because what does Drake do when Drake has beef with somebody? What does he do?
He put people that's from your hood.
Yes, he will go fight. And then people saying, oh, Drake didn't need them. He ain't putting on these no-jumper rappers on his... yes, he would, because it's not about really helping them. It's about putting them under the wing so they can be against Kendrick. Yep. Kendrick went out and got those artists and gave them a look and put them on the Apple Music stage and put them on his album. He counted everything that Drake was going to do. And the best part of all of it was Drake and DJ Academics talking about drop, you on the clock.
Drop it, give me 50.
Drop. And when he dropped that low, bro, he dropped a fucking
and I think that played a major role in the way that he decided to go about this battle. That narrative that they kept playing on. Oh, he takes forever to drop. Yes. He can't drop one song and then tomorrow drop another song. He's gonna have to take a month. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever see Kendrick like agitated or anything, but I think that shit was bothering him. He like, oh, y'all niggas think I can't drop music like y'all drop music on some microwave shit. But my shit is gonna be like Shake Shack. It's supposed to be fast food, but guess what? We got gourmet chefs back here. You know what I'm saying? So my fast food gonna be better than yours, right? So I think that played a big part in it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that he... See, I agree with you up until the part of him thinking that they think that, or we think that he can't drop. Because I think so he put out push-ups sometime in early April. we had to wait it out for Kendrick to respond. It was like 3 weeks or something like that. Diddy hit him. I think that whole time he was loaded up, ready to go anyway.
Cause the timeline went from the Drake and Cole song.
Yeah, from
when Cole
first
said Big
like that,
and then like that, and then push up spoke.
And then
he dropped again. He tried to do the back to back. He dropped again with Taylor Made.
Taylor Made shit.
And then Kendrick did Euphoria.
Yeah.
Which is masterclass in diss track.
And ass whipping.
I think that's the best song.
Yeah.
That's a masterclass, bro. The way he just destroyed him, bro. And then he said, "Hold on, 616 in LA, nigga, just on the gram.
Yeah.
Hold that for me, bang."
Yeah. And then Drake came back with the red button.
Drake had to take down Taylor Made, and then he dropped
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yeah.
Family Matters was good. I like Family Matters. It was good,
but if that was the red button.
But it
so Family Matters was good, Drican, except Kendrick stomped it out with what was the fucking record?
They Not Like Us.
No, it wasn't that. The one when he was talking about the family.
Oh, that's 616 and
No, it was not that.
Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
I forgot it. Hold on.
He stomped it out.
The fucking Michael Myers movie.
Yes. And let me tell you how it got stumped out, because people don't understand this. Drake drops Family Matters. Kendrick immediately drops Meet the Grams, and then on the song he's saying a thing about the daughter. So now you want to go here because we already know Drake had kids. Pusha T already proved that. So he says a thing about the daughter, and then we all want to hear that. What are you talking about? Oh, he got another kid? So it didn't matter how good Family Matters was, because he studied this.
Everybody's like, hold on, he did it before.
Yeah.
Is he doing it again?
Whether it was truth or a lie, but
he said, "I think your son's a sick man."
he was talking to
him. And I think niggas like him should die.
He was talking to that man's soul, bro. He was talking to him.
That nigga told his spouse, "I think you should ask him for more paper and more paper and more paper." That nigga's nice, bro. That killed Kendrick is nice.
Just so he can hold up his freaking aesthetic of being black.
Then he did something after Family Matters? Oh, that was it, right? He did the Heart Part 6, which was trash. And then Kendrick said, "All right, let me drop my bomb."
Yeah.
Not Like Us, which went stupid, bro. That shit just went stupid, bro.
And now this nigga
so much so that this nigga could not bow out gracefully. That he's doing what?
He had to figure out, we had to sue, which is sucky on his part, because everything that people are doing that's defending him now, where was this defense for Meek? When he was doing shit to Meek, and obviously Drake is a bigger star than Meek, so you would obviously know that the numbers of his records would be higher.
But he did the same thing that Kendrick did. He stomped him out and kept stomping on him. So it's like, that's what I was saying. Like, I get the gist. I get everything behind the lawsuit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro. That's No,
Listen. I understand the big picture of it.
It's no big picture.
But you cannot do that at this time, one, because you benefited from the same thing that you're trying to sue them for, and you just took a major L, bro. You just looking stupid right now, son. So it's like,
that would be a horrible fucking argument right there, Drake.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's no big picture. You lost, so you're suing. Had he won, he would not be suing. If Family Matters or Push-Ups went number one, he would not sue because he won. You lost, so you sue. This is a man who got on fucking television and said, "I know battles, I study rap battles for a living." And what fucking rap battle did anybody ever go to court?
None.
Tupac said, "Biggie, I fucked your wife, you fat motherfucker," and he did not take him to court.
No.
Jay-Z, Nas, they said some horrible. Jay-Z said, "I fucked your baby moms and left the condom in the baby seat." He did not take him to court. You lost, so you're going to court. That's it.
Crazy work, bro. That's crazy work, Drake.
Because in no way in Drake's light-skinned head did he believe that he can lose to Kendrick Lamar. That doesn't happen to Aubrey Graham.
That's how cocky he was.
That's exactly.
Yeah, he overlooked. He tried to overlook his opponent. Because if we go back to Family Matters, he didn't focus on Kendrick. He was aiming at everybody.
Yeah.
You were supposed to do what Hove did on Takeover. You were supposed to wait to the end of the track and go. And for all you niggas, you get half a bar. Fuck y'all niggas. Yes. That's it. But you decided to try to focus on everybody, talk about Rihanna, talk about this, So the viewers are not looking at it. They like, damn, you not focused. Yeah. You're not giving it your best. And he is. So he destroyed you. He destroyed. And still, he's taking some shots on the album. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a victory lap. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at a victory lap, bro.
That nigga ran several victory laps.
He ran several victory laps around him. So for like you saying, for Drake to do that is just the worst possible move that you could have did to end your year. Yeah. The year that you was having. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You should have. I don't know what you should have did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? But
you take your L. You go back.
A horrible move.
When
go make a hit.
When it was public opinion that Nas beat Jay-Z, which I never agreed with, by the way. Never thought Nas beat Jay-Z. But when it was public opinion, what did Hove do? He fell back. He came back with his girl, with Bonnie and Clyde.
Blueprint 2, classic.
Fell
and
back.
He threw shots on there.
Yeah.
I'm still here, my friend. Nah, chill. Hove is different. You know what I'm saying?
H-O-V-A.
Yeah, you got to take a play from his book. You know what I'm saying? You got to go into the book of Hova, Psalms 31. You know what I'm saying? And see what happened there. Because even though you personally say that Nas didn't win, Nas gave him something, though. He gave him a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like a real shot.
Yeah, he did.
Like on the wire. Like when Omar finally shot Avon. Like, bam! You know what I'm saying? Like, I finally got your dumb ass. I ain't kill you, but I got you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I personally don't think Nas won, but I think Nas won because Hove, Super Ugly wasn't it. It was tough. It was a good song. It was a good freestyle, but it wasn't like.
Blame Gotti for that. He don't want
to you know what I mean? It wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think is any like scenario where Drake is? I don't think he not like a top artist anymore.
No, I don't think. See,
it affected him as much as he probably thinks it does.
I think that. So let me say this to you, which I say on NWO News. Yes, these guys have been taking shots at each other for years. Mm-hmm. But I think in 2024 it boiled over. Yep. Because Drake was breaking Michael Jackson's record, which would make him not only the top musician in the world, mm-hmm. but the top rapper. Now, what's unfair about that is that when you look at these number ones, because Drake was about to break Michael Jackson's number one record, having the most number ones. Mm-hmm. If you look at Drake's number one records, out of the 11 that he has, about 6 of them aren't rap records. They are not rap records. So his genre hopping, which is smart, is one of the reasons why he's being propped up as being the best rapper. And I think the rappers are like, no, nigga, like, no.
Yeah, you got
ghostwriters. You not really what you're saying.
You got to be a rapper.
You genre hop. Yeah. You genre hop. Like, no, you can't. No. And I don't think that this beef is going to hurt Drake in terms of the fans. Drake has fans globally. Fans worldwide. The nigga's going platinum just off the name.
Yeah,
the nigga could drop nothing on the CD.
He got a rabid fan base.
Yeah, and the shit gonna go platinum. Yeah. So I don't think, as terms of success goes, it will hurt Drake. But he's gonna have to do a lot of work to get back to that subgenre that charges him, which is hip hop.
Yeah, I totally agree with that because you was trying your hardest to get your foot in that particular lane, and you did. Even the battle rap niggas accepted you. Like, yo, Drake is here. He want to battle you, nigga. Okay, what if he took an L in battle rap? Imagine what he would have did then. Would you have sued the fucking battle rapper that has pennies to his name?
According to Drake, he studies battle rap and for a living, and I guess they sue in battle rap.
Fucked up. Sparrow like, yo, nigga, I come from the smack era, you heard?
Like, I mean, I know when you said that shit about the big picture, there's no big picture to that. One thing Drake did say, he didn't lie, was that if he pushed that red button, it all falls down. Because all you're doing is exposing what every musician does.
It was that pretty motherfucker over there, because if I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of motherfuckers with me.
That's all he did, bro. Like you just you saying, oh, UMG and Spotify did this, so they did it for you too, nigga. Because I remember you was on my playlist and I don't even listen to you.
Bro, I remember you go to the gospel section, Drake.
Yeah.
Reggae section, Drake. Like nigga, you was everywhere, bro. You been running the rap game for 15 years. A lot of niggas don't do that.
And not even that. Let's be honest. He
you
had
think you
fans
was
for 15 years.
He thought he was doing. Yo, Sparrow. That nigga thought he was doing that shit organically.
Yeah.
Like no bots. That's what he thought.
That's what he did.
You lying to yourself. You lied about your views. You lied about your. You got ghostwriters. They all. Yo, you's a liar, nigga. Like stop, bro. It's alright, bro. Like, damn.
That L, bro. We had to take an L when they said that Nas beat Jay-Z. Nigga, I had to go to school the next day.
Nigga, I was in there like, nah, it's Rockefeller for life. You heard? Like, I don't know what y'all niggas talking about. But yo, who you think had a bigger year? Pause. Kendrick Lamar or Shannon Sharpe? Shannon Sharpe had a hell of a year.
Shannon, I think equally. I think I don't think one was bigger than the other. I think no, because Kendrick already has a fan base that fucks with him regardless. Like that whole narrative that he needed this beef to do is crazy because Kendrick already was one of those niggas. Yeah. I think Shannon Sharpe had the biggest come up, and I think what I love about Shannon Sharpe come up is that he proved he didn't need to be next to the white man degrading him to be successful. Yeah. Like those first interviews ain't fucking hit. Like that Cat Williams one did. So
Yo E. Can you come here for a second? Yeah. I think Shannon Sharpe had a hell of a year, and it definitely started the first week of January with Cat Williams.
They kicked that shit off.
He kicked that shit off. Can I get that ring light right here? Yeah, good looking, brother. Yeah, so I think with that Cat Williams shit, he set it off. Set it off, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it was like 50 million views
in like a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams went crazy. He just exposed everybody's shit, and like you said, he made prophecies. Like, he made a couple things come true this year. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Shannon Sharpe just definitely rode that wave this year. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the point that, he hit the record button on his live, and he ain't know. He said he ain't know. He said he never went on live before that ever a day in his life.
So why the fuck?
So if you remember, even when they do updates on your phone, if you go on live for your first time, they're gonna give you a tutorial of what to do. So you went through all that, and then
by mistake,
and then Michelle, you know what I'm saying? It's like so. But he rode the wave all the way to that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just proud that Shannon Sharpe was sleeping with a black woman. That's fuck the mistake made it. That was just the best part of that.
But you know who also had a great year too?
Who?
Casanat.
Yes, Casanat. Shout outs to him.
Casanat killed this year. You know what I'm saying? The Mafia-thon, he killed it for a whole month, and before that, he was just doing mad different shit. I just love
his McDonald's meal.
I love his creativity. You know what I'm saying? He has. You don't think he's creative?
And I don't think he's creative. It's a bunch of silly shit, and they just streaming. But I do fuck with him.
Maybe when it comes to like the marathons and shit, when he has to catch your attention for like a month straight.
Well, you know what? I don't want to sound old, right? So I watch Casanat and shit. And
you old nigga.
I guess I am because I'm not into what he does. I'm not into like
beautiful.
I don't like the grown men going up there like John Cena acting stupid. But I guess they have to do that to appeal to a younger fan base.
Okay.
So I personally I just want. It's like the other one, Speed, setting himself on fire. Just.
I think when it comes to like people like what you talk about, like John Cena and shit, that's like riding a wave that you see.
Yeah.
And you're like, I could use him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see that. But
and I respect it. I personally just want to call it creative. I'm just not creative. There are creative shit out there. That,
there are creative streamers and shit that do
like Pop the Balloon. That's creative to me.
The pop the balloon?
Yeah, pop
that
the
was
balloon
big this year.
Yeah,
20 v1, all that shit.
That's creative to me. It's a concept. If they were just in the room, just talking and saying, that's not creative. So
you going on one if they invite you?
I am a married man. And
oh yes, you are. I apologize.
I can either go and
ask me. I'm single.
Or get popped upside my fucking head.
Ask me. I'm single.
Are you going on to 20?
Would I go on one? Hell no. Them bitches gonna be like, this nigga 5 foot nothing. I'm not insecure or nothing like that neither. You know what I'm saying?
You just talking about how they gonna feel.
I already know how women going. I need 6'5". He gotta be making the meal every week. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, that's like 1% of this fucking world. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think Castanet had a big year this year, but Shannon Sharpe definitely killed it this year.
Yeah,
shout out to Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? What else was
Diddy?
Oh shit! How did I
keep his ass locked up?
How did I slip? Did I put any baby oil on today? How did that slip my mind? That was mental baby oil right there. I forgot. Diddy, the diddler.
No
Let's
Diddy.
talk about it. Break it down, Sparrow.
Well, Cassie. Well, that was the end of last year. Cassie was suing Diddy. She went to him and said, "Give me this much money, or this is going out." He said no. She actually took it to the lawyers and the attorneys. Not only was he hit with a lawsuit, but when they actually did the investigation, he got hit with criminal charges as well. So right now, Diddy is in jail, probably dancing in a shiny orange suit.
Cause that shit, as soon as he settled with Cassie, I think that shit was like the dam breaking and the water just flowing.
Yeah.
And everybody that wanted to say something was like, he's vulnerable right now.
Yeah.
So the producer dude, he came out, he was like, yo, Diddy had me walking around naked and watching Netflix.
How old was he when he was doing that? Now how old was you?
The producer kid?
Yeah.
He had to be young.
He wasn't young. That was a grown man. Nigga, you had a boyfriend and you ain't want to fucking
you agreed to that shit. Y'all niggas, some of y'all niggas agreed to some of that shit.
Yes,
you know
y'all did.
But yeah, it was nasty work. He got both his homes raided on different coasts at the same time. His kids was handcuffed and shit like that.
Yeah.
So Diddy went through a whole ordeal this year, you know what I'm saying? That shit was ridiculous.
Do you think how do you feel about him being arrested? Like you just talking about it, putting it out there. How do you feel about him being arrested? Do you think it was justified? Do you think it was unjustified? Like
at first, I always preference my answers to these things like this first. I'm not in these rooms, even on the cop side. So I'm not in the evidence room where they seeing shit, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe in numbers. So when FBI that is 98.99 affirmation that, and when they come to get you, that means they got something.
Got you, yeah.
So I think it was justified for him to get locked up. As far as how heinous his acts were, we still don't know. Let's wait and see for all the real shit to come out. You know what I'm saying?
But did it come out? Because we always, drinking, we always say, let's wait and see till the shit come. The shit could just be out.
Yeah, I mean,
he could have really hung Kid Cudi from a fucking balcony.
Because that Cassie video is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? That's enough for me.
Yes.
I'm not a person that put hands on women. I don't think that's justified in any sense. If a woman attacks you, the most that I would do is bear hug you to make you calm down or stop. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with it. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, he's done. Yeah. It's over. That means that if they let that little fly out the fucking thing, they have a bunch of them in there. More. You know what I'm saying? So
Cassie had but 2 songs before Diddy started kicking her goddamn head.
And I always say this shit about Diddy. Like when I was younger, I used to be like, yo, that's somebody that I want to model my business shit after. You know what I'm saying? I would like to be like that, like a businessman, a boss, you know what I'm saying? Like, go get my cheese good. Yeah. But then you start to you grow up and you're a fan of this thing and you hear certain stories from wherever you hear it from. Yeah. And you start to see light and you like, Then this happens, it don't matter, 30, 40 years in. it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's trying to rap Hove into it, and it's even nastier.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and that's what it is growing up, Rican, because anybody who knows me knows that I loved Diddy. I fucking got a perm several times when I was younger to look like this nigga. Wore the sunshades and all because I loved it, because you see what he's done. He looks like you. You see where he's at. You think that, okay, that's what success is. Then you get older, and you start seeing that the artists that was signing him are dead with nothing. Black Rob laid up in the goddamn hospital, nothing but skeleton, and he signed Diddy. G-Dep in jail. Mace leaves. Craig Mack died. Yeah. All of these people and then you see the white girl that he was messing with, Aubrey O'Day. Mm-hmm. She just has an alcohol problem, and he pays for her rehab. And
she was one of the ones that was outing him.
Yes.
Publicly. Mm-hmm. So it was like, oh shit.
Yes.
But then like you always hear shit, and it's like, damn, is it true? Is it not? But then when shit starts to, like, when the what is it called when it's soft and wet concrete?
Like not the mud, not the cement.
Whatever it is, the cement.
Yeah.
Right? And when it starts to solidify and you start seeing this shit, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You out of here. Because we can't feel. I'm sorry, bro. I always take this play into it too. I don't take sympathy for like billionaires, bro. If you're doing something stupid and sick, that's on you, bro. Like, you doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
At this point. Mm-hmm. And then to be a fucking serial fucking mind person because you want to keep shit from that you did in 99 and keep it in a memory card or something. Like, nigga, that's on you, bro.
That's some sick shit.
That's on you. I cannot sit here and be like, oh, let him go because he sold 100 million records in hip. Nigga, it's going to be somebody else that idolized him at one point and is going to take all that negative shit away and take your positive plan and execute that shit. And there'll be another person that did it for hip hop.
And they won't be kicking nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
They won't be beating on Cassie.
He did a lot. And you look at it, he did a lot of what you saying that's corny. He did a lot of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Because then if you think about 1 + 1 = 2 and you like, damn, Big was going to leave and then expose him and do his own record company, that's why he killed him. Nigga, that shit sounds very plausible.
Now.
Sounds very plausible. This nigga's an evil nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's fucked up work, bro.
But that's, you have to remember things that as we say this and as we put this out, because we putting things out into the world too. He's from Harlem. That is the Harlem mindset. You remember those Harlem gangsters? You ever watch The Godfather of Harlem? Mm-hmm. That's their mindset. That's their gatekeeping, by any means necessary.
Keep power as long as
that's what his dad was into. Being from Harlem, that shit was just as like when he's older. So he has that older mentality of this is how it's supposed to go. And, he influenced a generation of younger people to believe that is how it's supposed to go. Like, it boils my blood when I hear 40-year-old plus men say shit like, oh, and I say, oh, did he do bad business? And, well, that's how business goes. That's not how business goes.
Not how business goes.
It's not how it goes. It's just, you accept it because it's coming from him. And he has...
Because that's the old guard.
Yeah.
There was gatekeeping. Mm-hmm. This is how it goes. You can't pass this gate unless you shine my boots.
Yes.
Unless you unless you do... No, my talent is enough to make me cross this door, bro.
Now go grab the baby oil and come back.
Yo. So what's his future? What you see? He's done.
The money is going to get him out some way, somehow, especially with Trump going into office. Yeah. And then I think Alvin Braggs is stepping down, the DA from New York. So I think the money's going to get him out. I just would hope. But then with serial
you think the corruption of New York in certain levels of the government is going to get him out?
Yeah, of course. And mark this. Anybody watching this? I'm saying Sparrow said it. But I think
tell him Sparrow did it.
The thing with serial-minded people is that they don't learn. If they're able to beat something, they don't learn because it's just gonna make him smarter.
Yeah. It's not like a learn from your mistake in a good way. It's like learn from your mistake in a bad way.
Yeah. Now I know I can't. Beat her ass in the hallway.
What's his
no
name?
more.
The jump shooter nigga?
Who?
I understand it now. Lethal Shooter.
Who?
On social media, his name is Lethal Shooter.
I don't know.
So he shoots he's a basketball player. He shoots basketballs. So he'll do like the smallest hoop and he'll shoot it. He'll shoot like a gummy into a water bottle and make it from a distance. Like he'll show you his miss and he'll look into the camera and be like, I understand it now. And then he'll make 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? So that's like what you said. Like these niggas I understand it now. I could get away with it. Like fucking American Psycho with fucking Christian Bale. But it was a lot of that yo, Envious E. Can I please get some water for Sparrow? Thank you. I appreciate you. Yo, don't mind this. This is a live episode, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We here, you know what I mean?
Wait, we live right now?
Yeah, we still go. Oh, live? Nah, I'm just saying we here, you know what I mean? I should have went live on my other phone, but you know, sometimes I be slipping. It was a lot of that this year. A lot of artists getting arrested, like major arrests, RICO charges and shit like that. People that we might not see. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, Young Thug was able to
get out. Thug got home in 2024.
Get up out that spider web. He was like, I'm off this. So what you thought about that? I think that was a big story this year. I think that whole trial was crazy. Like, you had people passing him pills. You had this. You had that. What you thought about it? You can go. Good looking. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for letting us use the space. You know what I'm saying?
So it goes to what you said about, you know, not caring that somebody with money is doing stupid shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I'm happy that Thug at home. All I hope is that these guys learn their lesson. Like, learn your lesson. You in position that people want to be in. You in position that there are, for every one successful rapper, there's 500,000 independent artists that want to be like that. You're in a position to do better. Like, do that. Do better. To do better. I don't have sympathy for when these rappers go to jail and they just in dumb shit. It's some of them I do. Like I know Bobby Shmurda really wasn't in the game like that. He was still a street nigga. Like he had a viral song and you know they had that, but I don't think even before he went in he wasn't getting money like that from music. And I think he's learned that lesson now. But these Thugger and Lil Durk, like you guys are tour selling artists. You are in a position to do better. Do better. Because, you know, I don't think that there's much that hip hop contributes to the black community other than liquor, bad lyrics.
Oh shit.
No, I'm being serious. Shout out to Misa Hilton. She put me on to that.
I think that was a conversation inside of media that was like low key and very important when. I don't know the podcast that was, but Dr. Umar was on the podcast and they was talking about what hip hop did for the community as a whole. And what Dr. Umar says is so like important. What he says, they haven't done anything tangible. Tangible means that you can touch it, you can feel it, that you can go inside of it and pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But where's the school? Where's the hospital? Where's the this?
The bank.
Where's the that?
Yeah,
where's the road? Where's the road? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we don't own the record. We don't own our recordings. We don't own shit.
So if you don't own something as prideful to you as your music masters, why the fuck? Not to say like that, but why the fuck would I do anything else if I don't own it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that's some people's mindset, but yeah, and they know that. Like, they know that. I always say this, and I say it jokingly, but I'm serious. When Russell Simmons sold Def Jam to Leo Cohen, or whoever brought Def Jam from him, that white money group that brought Def Jam from him, that was the day that hip hop died, and that was the day that it was taken from us. We don't. The hip hop has not contributed anything positive to society but it had contributed liquor, jail, deaths,
a false sense of security, livelihoods. That's what it has done. It sucked. It eats the brains of our youth. So, if you are a rapper that could make it from hip hop and you make it, take that position and do something good. You ain't even gotta get back to the community, but don't fucking get a RICO charge for doing some dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it fell victim to I don't know exactly what to pinpoint and name it, but it fell victim to the commercialization of America and everything else that America does. You know what I'm saying? So it takes something that's pure and great and commercializes it and makes it evil. You know what I'm saying?
It's not so evil, it's just manufactured.
Yeah, they'll just take the most ignorant part of the thing that's popular and make that the most powerful point of it. So it's like, oh, you like an ignorant girl that's a bottle girl that could put words together?
We got you.
Okay, that's the generation that we're going to give you for 5 years. Boom. Mm-hmm. Oh, you like somebody that's talking about selling drugs and not giving his money back to the community? Oh, I got you for like 10 years.
And it's not, and you know, I want to take your words. It's not that you like that. I think it's just placed that way. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. Why has every generation, starting from my grandparents, said that the new generation music was bad? Every generation has said that. My grandparents didn't like my mother's music. My mother's music didn't like my older sister's music. My older sister didn't like my music. I ain't liking my younger brother's music, and he don't like shit that my daughter's gonna be listening to.
And anybody in any generation, when they go back, they like that music.
Yeah.
The music before them, or the music before that. Mm-hmm. You'll find a fucking 7-year-old that love jazz for some reason. He'll be like, oh, I love this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. I don't like Little Durk. I don't know.
It just get worse and worse. There's no reason why certain people should be stars. Only in hip hop. Only in hip hop do you have people who will put people that talk bad about their own women on the forefront. Listen to a country song. They love their women. They want love. They're looking for marriage. Listen to pop. It's kitty love, but yeah, it's love. Listen to Taylor Swift songs.
Do you think that because it's this artist, right? It's justified the Andrew Schulz and Kendrick Lamar thing.
Which Kendrick didn't even say nothing to him.
He just put himself there. So do you think that people replying how they replying to that is justified? Because Kendrick is one
against who? Against Andrew or Kendrick?
Against Andrew, because you know he basically said what you saying, like, which was a point for Andrew Schulz. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get into it.
He said, hip hop. He said it in a sarcastic way. Hip hop defends women, like you saying. Hip hop defames their women. You know what I'm saying? And he said it in a sarcastic way. He was like, "Oh, hip hop gotta protect women from comedians." You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to defend himself in this scenario.
You know, let's get into that. I wish this was liquor, but Andrew Schulz.
It was cold, right?
Andrew Schulz is mind fucking everybody.
Yes.
Let's start from the top. He has no place in hip hop any goddamn
He's doing some Karen shit, but go ahead.
Exactly. He has no place in it, and I blame Charlemagne the God. I blame that. I blame so many people at the forefront that allow these people to have opinions. Because we can't have. He made a joke about having sex with Kendrick. Now let Kendrick make a joke about having sex with some Jewish woman. It's over.
No, let his fans say something about Andrew Schultz's kids. Now look what he's crying, victim.
Anti-Semitic.
You just told me that you would rape me if it was me one-on-one with you, nigga. You said you would have your way with me.
Yeah. So, and who like Kendrick said, like, who are you to, this is not you. And don't
let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. That's it.
But, you know, who are you? And it's our fault.
And fuck them coons that's in the room with him.
Yeah.
Why they ain't say nothing to Kendrick? What they replied, they said, damn, we was wrong. For sitting there on his platform and still letting him say some shit like that about black women. We should have just let him kick us off his platform for defending.
Yeah.
Y'all should have did that. But y'all are, not to say it like this.
Say it like that.
Y'all are overseas black dudes. Y'all from a different place and a different shit.
Well, they honor that. They honor
y'all more.
They honor that.
Yeah,
they
so
look up to that. That's that's really what it is. So this.
So it's not like you saying. It's not even Kendrick saying nothing to you. It's his fans now, and you upset about that, bro. You can't do that, bro. You can't come outside and see an 8-year-old girl selling lemonade, call the cops on her, and then when they flip it on you, you start crying.
Yeah.
No, bitch.
But that's what they do. That's what he do. That's what Drake do, and that's why they love Drake so much because he's their savior.
On, bro. And I get it, bro. I know it. I'm a critical thinker. When I hear some of his jokes before he even got into this shit with this situation, I used to be like, damn, Andrew Schulz is funny. But that's a racial ass, like all his jokes is race.
And it's okay in hip-hop.
And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But
no, it's not cool, bro.
It's
not okay. If I can't sit here and talk about him without being called anti-Semitic, then he has no right to sit and talk about us and call it a joke.
Yeah.
They put up this wall to where we can do whatever we want to do with you in the name of comedy or free speech. But as soon as I say that your people own all the buildings, that's anti-Semitic. You can't say
anti-Semitic.
That. You can't say that. So fuck Andrew. Fuck him. For real, like. No, I agree with you. It's like,
fuck
come on,
you, nigga.
Bro.
Fuck that.
They have made it. They've weakened us as a people so much that we are not even defending them.
And like you started it. I put a large percentage of the blame on Charlamagne. You let that nigga sit there and talk that shit, bro. And I fuck with you, Charlamagne, heavy, but you can't. Bro, you one of them. You one of them that defends us at all costs, bro. And I understand that's your man. But sometimes you gotta check your man. Whether it's in front of public or in private, you know what I'm saying? But you still gotta check him, bro. And for him to just keep...
They laugh, they don't care.
That just shows that he don't care about your feelings.
Yeah,
you know
and he just shouldn't. He gets a check. He go home, they friends, they probably have Thanksgiving dinner together. And that's cool. Just don't act like you the voice of these black people. Don't act like you are the influence for black people, because you're not. Like, don't act like that. It's cool. You could be friends with him. I have a friend named Leon Dalton, comedian. Me and him, if you looked at our fucking text messages, we'll both be canceled. But
yeah, man. Like, you could say certain shit in the comfort of the person. Like me and Cole. Bro, he probably like one of the only people, bro, that know how, I don't think I'm funny, but how funny I am in a real sense. Like, I say real shit and it's funny because nobody else says it. Everybody else is scared to say shit. Niggas are PG, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when I say something that's real, like graphic or something, it's funny to people because it's like, damn, you don't hear that every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could do that with certain comfort levels, you know what I'm saying? But to sit there and, like we said, to be like, yo, his crew, his crew would definitely fuck me up. Yeah, you downgraded him there already.
Yeah.
And then you like, and we was like one-on-one in the cell, and we finished cleaning and then ironing clothes and whatever you do in jail. I could have my way with him. No, nigga.
Yeah.
No, bro. Drake, I wish you would, bro.
Drake makes them think that. Drake gave them their voice. That's why they love him so. That's why they love him so much. He gave them their voice.
Yo.
What's next on the docket?
Let's see. It was mad shit that happened this year. Like we just touched on. Do you remember the Nickelodeon doc?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a lot of shit like that was happening. Like, a lot of gross shit was happening this year, bro. So
all lies will be exposed. It's this side and it's God's side.
But real quick, to touch on this shit, what you thought about J. Cole's apology?
J. Cole
during the whole thing.
I don't ever want to hear this nigga talk about being in the top. You saw that nigga was giving away his concert tickets for $1 yesterday.
And what you think about Lil Wayne?
Or Super Bowl
being
shit?
Mad at the Super Bowl thing.
He doesn't deserve the Super Bowl. I don't know where this whole thing come from that because the Super Bowl's in your city, you're supposed to get it. That happened one fucking time.
Never seen it in my life.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know where this thing came from. Like, oh, it was taken from me. Nigga, you never had it in the first place. And I saw Lil Wayne at WrestleMania perform, and he was fucking horrible. He was late, and he forgot his lyrics. I don't need that nigga doing 30 minutes. And he was supposed to perform.
And I think Lil Wayne is top 10 all time, bro.
Yeah, but
it's just that, like, that checklist with artists, that performance shit, like, I don't think you got that.
Well, anybody could do it because you could prep for it, but
yeah, you can lip sing and all that, cool. But Kendrick just had a hell of a year.
Yes,
that's
he
it.
Got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he got the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Did you listen to Tyler the Creator's album?
Yes, I did. Crumble copy. Yeah,
you liked it?
Yeah, it was good.
I think he's very artistic. I like Tyler the Creator. I think he's more lyrical than people give him credit for.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just like Uzi. I think Uzi is more lyrical than people give him credit for. He's a rapper, but he takes that lane that he does. You know what I'm saying? But
and that's all on him. Like, you know, the image overshadows the lyrics.
Yeah.
And the music overshadows the lyrics as well.
So it's been another 4 years. I don't know if you do it, but we don't really do politics too much. But we do talk about it. Joe Biden, horrible 4 years. I'm glad you ended it by walking into the Amazon, and we never gonna see you again. That nigga walked into the Amazon, didn't know which way to go. But I don't know if we could talk about him. You know what I'm saying? We almost had a black woman president.
Yeah, man.
We was this close. You know what I'm saying? But Captain
hardest...
America came out of nowhere. This nigga Donald Trump. This nigga think he's
only beat women, by the way, in his presidency.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah,
this
he only
nigga.
beat women. One of the things that
photo of the year when he got shot and he went like this.
He didn't get shot, but okay.
He got grazed in the ear.
No, he didn't. He set
you
that
think
up.
Somebody did a nail clipping?
Nah, that was all staged.
That was WWE 90 shit.
Yeah, that was staged. But it broke my heart this year to see how many black men was jumping down Kamala Harris' throat for her being mixed race or for whatever she is. One of the things that I stood on when they were doing that was give us a plan. And a lot of black men was on this, she don't have a plan for us, but they don't demand one from Donald.
From this nigga. Yeah.
They don't demand, like, they make it so hard for her to support her, but they don't get one from him. And if we talking for real, like, if you think that her time in Florida was just locking niggas up, like, it was not. It, like, that whole TikTok and Instagram memes and shit that they make, that wasn't not what the thing. She contributed to 3 Strikes. You remember 3 Strikes?
Yeah.
I know about 3 Strikes because of the movie. You know that, but she contributed to that, and she gave you 3 chances to get your shit together. And so yeah, on that 3rd strike, if you had weed on you and you knew you're not supposed to have that,
that's on you.
That's on you. Like,
let's move right out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
we gotta understand that
I was so disappointed with
us humans need to understand that we live in communities and societies, bro, and we have rules, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do what you do, but when it comes to, like, when you getting in trouble like that, you just gotta know where you at what could happen.
Somebody is giving you 3 chances.
Yeah.
Don't commit crime. You get locked up, you come out. You get locked up, you come out. That 3rd time, yes, I'm sorry to say, but there was people going to jail for weed. They shouldn't have had them on. We are grown, stinking ass men. If you know you're not supposed to do something, don't fucking do it. And yes, it ruined her record, and I'm not putting the blame on black men. I'm not saying. Let me make myself very clear. I'm not saying that Kamala lost because black men. No, one of the disheartening things that I saw were people jumping down her throat for not having a plan when he didn't have one either.
I feel the same way too. On my end, in my community, a lot of Latino males voted for Trump. And I just think that...
And they about to get deported.
Yeah, and I think that went into, like, what I want to touch on a little bit, too, is the migrant situation that we had this year in mostly the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
And South. Like,
no, the South wasn't having it. It was some in the South.
It was mostly, like, Chicago,
the East Coast and stuff. That's
New York,
the West.
Philly. That was more of a chess play. Like what we talking about right now, political chess play.
Yeah.
For them to be here long enough to have the right to vote. And it showed.
Yeah.
It showed. As much as people didn't talk about it this past political season that just happened, a lot of people didn't talk about that. And I'm like, bro, you talk about the 17% of black men, but the Latin men like killed the wave. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as disheartened as you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have just voted for the lesser evil. Fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe people took this notion, vote for the evil that you know. And not the one that you don't know. But there's a lot of ways that you can play with that. You know what I'm saying? So
you know both of them.
But they brought back this dude.
It was so disheartening. For one, I have a daughter. Yeah. I want her to be able to see how far she could go in life.
Yeah. Like us being able to see a black man make it, and we was like, at that time,
we voted only because he was black.
Yeah, and we felt that emotion towards it, like, damn, that's a black man. That nigga gave the janitor a dap in the White House. Like, that's a black man. That's somebody that takes everybody into consideration. That's me walking with Cole, and he know everybody on the block, and he's stopping for everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, bro? How moms? Yo, how's the niece? You know what I'm saying? And we saw that with Barack. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the white presidents that's privileged, and they don't. Everybody's an asshole. Come on.
And that's the world we back into now. I'm telling you, this is my prophetic prediction. 2025, we're going back. We already in it now, but you're going to see more of how much of a white world we're back in.
Yeah.
And since, COVID and Trump's election.
We never left a white world, bro.
No, we did. We didn't leave it. We started taking over.
I can't lie. Yeah, I can't lie. I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, man. It was a black world that I grew up in, bro. What I watched on TV was black. What I heard on music was black. My peoples were black. You know what I'm saying? Everything was that. You know what I'm saying? I remember this couple on the second floor in my first apartment building, bro. They was like, they was Rastas. You know what I'm saying? They had locks and all that, and they really like that religion and all that. They really fucked with it heavy. And I grew like a relationship with them. I really fucked with them heavy, you know what I'm saying? And that's the world that I grew up in, living single, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand what you mean, but like growing up in certain areas in America, you think that it is just us.
Yeah.
But when you see a bigger picture, you see the whiteness that's painted all over.
Yeah.
The coloring book.
Absolutely, bro.
You know what I mean?
But it's going to be more prevalent in 2025 moving forward because they're more bold now. That's why Andrew Schulz can say the shit.
Yeah, we in a different era in time where it's so this social media thing is like such a power card that it could push you so far in front of so many faces that it's dangerous. It's great and it's dangerous.
It's going to be good and bad to everything.
Yeah, it's a dangerous tool. It's a dangerous tool. What else? I wanted to probably. It was a lot of people that passed away. Maybe a couple rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? O.J. Simpson, Eric Mays. You know what I'm saying? Virgil, rest in peace. You know what I mean?
The wrestling Virgil?
No.
Virgil
Abloh.
That was this year?
Was that this year?
No,
that was like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
My fault. Rest in peace, my guy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Bill Walton in sports, Jerry West, Willie Mays, you know what I'm saying? Julio Fulio died. That nigga was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Frankie Beverly passed away, you know what I mean? A bunch of people, man. Rest in peace to everybody that we lost this year, man, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But anything else that stood out to you this year? In sports, the world champions, I think the Chiefs.
Liberty,
won
man.
again.
Liberty brought a chip to the
Liberty
city.
brought a chip to the city. We got
Knicks did it before
we got
the
a
Knicks.
championship trophy in the Barclays, you know what I mean? That's going to be in the hallways of the Barclays, you know what I'm saying? The Yankees fucked up.
Shout out to the New York Liberty, man. I've seen those girls work hard drinking. They work hard. Their administrative team, no joke.
You know what's crazy? This year, I took my niece I told you I was taking them to a game. Oddly enough, it was the Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx.
Okay.
And that was the finals matchup.
You took it to the finals?
No, it was a regular season game.
Regular season game.
And that game was close. They won at the end. My niece was on her toes, on pins and needles. That's how close the game was. They was losing in the fourth. She was like, I'm mad. And then they won, and she was like, I love Sabrina, da-da-da. And then they ended up playing them in the finals. Yeah. And they won, bro. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And when we was there, she was like, I like She was like, a link is my favorite animal. And I was like, that's an animal? She was like, yeah. She was like, it's a cat. I always thought it was like a wolf. She was like, no, it's like a wild cat.
Yeah.
So we was talking to like a rep in the hallway, and then I was fucking with my niece. I was like, I don't know if she wants season tickets because she said she liked the links. I'm just saying. She was like, no. But yeah, definitely shout out to Sabrina, shout out to Stewie, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody on the team.
The Knicks.
Yeah, man, that's a fact, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Cody Rhodes finished his story in 2022.
That was corny.
What?
I think him finishing the story
killed
the I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. I just think it killed the momentum. He's a corny wrestler, bro.
No, he's not.
He's the corniest world champion that we had in a minute, bro.
Why?
Sorry.
Because he's not doing bad stuff?
I just think he's
You don't like good guys.
I don't like his character.
You don't like clean good guys.
I don't think I like clean. I do. I'm a John Cena fan.
John Cena was a hood rat, so
He was a hood rat. Let me think about my history with wrestling.
You don't like clean.
I was a Rock fan. I was a Stone Cold fan.
He wasn't clean.
I was a Seth Rollins fan.
He definitely wasn't clean.
CM Punk fan.
Nope.
you might be right.
You don't like.
I don't like a super clean. I never liked Shawn Michaels. I always thought he was overrated.
Oh, that's my top two.
Shawn Michaels and who?
Shawn Michaels and Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Undertaker number one. Just but
I think that whole family thing and everything with Cody Rhodes, that whole storyline, I think it was fire.
That was fly, right?
But for him to end it like that was dope. Like I'm a WWE fan, so I get storylines, you know what I'm saying? That was fire for it to end like that, you know what I'm saying? I just think after it was just like, okay, what's happening?
He's in a good feud now with Kevin Owens, so.
Okay. Kevin Owens is one of my he's one of my favorite wrestlers ever, bro. Like when he was Kevin Stein, it was different. He was putting you through ladders and shit like that. Shit was different, bro. But I think the women wrestlers are very dope right now. This era, right now, I think the women wrestlers are so dope. You know what I'm saying?
We got Jade, we got Bianca, we got freaking Bayley, Io Sky, Charlotte, Mercedes Moné.
Charlotte is
Toni Storm. Do you follow Toni Storm?
Yeah, she follows.
Toni Storm is like the best women's wrestler right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not wrestler, but that character.
Yeah.
That character.
I was just about to say, I think Charlotte is the GOAT woman wrestler ever. I think, but there's a lot like Bayley is very technical and very great. Bianca is dope.
Yeah. Jade
Cargill, she could be like a dominant force. You know what I'm saying?
She should be there, Brock Lesnar.
And those women from like the 90s and 2000s, it's like certain ones that you could pull out that was good at wrestling and be like, all right. But some of them, their stature was just what their stature was. You know what I'm saying?
Divas.
But yeah, you know what I mean? So, let me see, man. I think we touched a lot of like the real big topics, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Lil Yachty was in a lot of stuff this year.
I don't
fuck with him. I'm not a big fan of his, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm looking through it, like a lot of the other topics are like little stuff that I could touch on with my cast on the next episode. I just felt like me and you would be great with the topics that we did touch.
This was good. I like this.
Yeah, it was great, you know what I'm saying? We had some agreements, some disagreements. I love that shit. So what you see for yourself in 2025, what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? What you feel like you're going to do. You know what I mean? If you don't want to get too deep into it, you know, you don't have to, but...
I think it's going to be God, man. I think... I don't even speak on that no more. I already know what I want to do.
You already see it.
But it'd be God, bro. Like, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, would you be doing what you're doing now, I would have said no. Like, get the fuck out. Like, I ain't doing. God just came in and I know what I want to do. I want to work hard. I know I want to just continue to do what I've been doing, maintain that, work harder, work smarter. But in terms of where that leads to, that's all up to God, man. I don't.
It don't gotta be a long drawn out answer. Are you religious or spiritual?
Spiritual.
I'm more spiritual. I lean to more spiritual shit. So this year I found myself like you seen me in the mornings and stuff sometimes.
Taking care of you.
So I've been doing it this whole year, you know what I'm saying? And like the last I'm gonna give it 8 weeks, the last 2 months, I found myself crossing when I leave the crib and when I pass this certain church and then when I get back in the crib. And I say like, bless the house and watch over me while I'm on my jog. But I say grandma. So I pray to like my ancestors, you know what I'm saying? So I found myself doing more of that. So for this year coming up, I wanna, like this year past, I worked on my physical and my mental. And that was 2 big checkpoints that I feel I got better at, you know what I'm saying? So now it's gonna be, I wanna work more on my spiritual. I never was big on it, but I feel like if you believe in something higher than you, things will happen for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't think that you the biggest thing on the planet where fucking trees breathe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't think that you the biggest thing.
This is something I don't even reveal, but I do that every morning. I speak to my ancestors, and I'm not even bullshitting. Every morning I speak to my ancestors. Every morning I say a prayer as I leave the house. I do. I'm really heavy into meditation, so there's certain meditations I do that I know I'm about to go to sleep and things like that. And I think that type of energy work has been so fruitful for me because I was doing it when I was doing it for years now, probably since like 2008. But I think it's been so fruitful for me that I'm starting to see the results of that. Because I see like people's, like how you just told me, how you said you had just started. And it's so interesting to hear you say that because I'm like, oh, like I've been doing that for a very long time. So I didn't realize that was like a chapter of your life you had to get to. You know what I mean? Like it's faith and energy is a chapter. And I like, even when I talk to Buck, me and him now could talk about energy. And things like that and how it works and stuff like that. Like I could say this, one of the things that I want to do in 2025, I don't want to talk about nothing negative about what anybody's doing.
Nope.
No, like you know how you can talk about this nigga doing. I don't want to do that. I don't care what nobody doing. I don't care what you want. I want to shift all of that focus into what I'm doing.
That shit is so healthy, bro. Cause I started doing that this year. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna think negatively about nobody else. I'm not gonna speak negatively about nobody else, and I'm just not gonna feed into shit. And my mind is just, your mind is at ease because you're not feeding into bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with you.
On the bro, because it's I often find myself, you know me, I'm a natural like joker. So certain things happen, and I'm quick to just say something, but I have to check myself because that's doing it too. Like even if I'm just joking and I don't intend to harm or hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even say this to you, bro, but I was fucking passed out like a month ago.
You what?
I passed out maybe like a month ago.
Passed out?
I had to go to the, I had
okay.
anxiety attack and I had to get rushed to the hospital.
I've been getting a lot of that, like a lot of people around me, stuff been health-wise been happening, so that's why I stick to my plan, you know what I'm saying? But, like I got like probably a council of like 3 to 4 ancestors that I talk to, you know what I'm saying? And that shit just feels good because, son, like, sometimes I still hear my cousins laugh in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying? And that shit pushes me through the day, you know what I mean? Because I know he watching me. Because he was big into music, he was a DJ. If he was alive, bro, he'll be here with me with the podcast. He'll be doing the music, he'll be doing the DJing live on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? But he passed away, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, whatever happened, but... You know what I mean? So I like to do that, you know what I'm saying? And we're not going to stay on this topic too long, but... I appreciate you for coming out, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you for having me. This is a crossover episode, which I will be promoting on my channel, by the way. Yes.
Crossover with NWO News and Hippie Vision Productions, you know what I'm saying? The Dricanhippie show. But I love that I could just be like, yo, Sparrow, you willing to do this? And he'd be like, yup. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the fire part about it. You know what I mean? Shout out to E and shout out to Envious for letting us use their space. You know what I'm saying? It was comfortable. You know what I mean? They gave us water when we needed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. They ain't give it to us in the
But I hope everybody had a great 2024. And if you didn't, keep pushing every day to make 2025 better. And don't live your life by years. You know what I'm saying? Take it one step at a time, one breath at a time, and just keep add in W's, you know what I'm saying? And you'll be good, you know what I mean? We all have our own versions of success, and make sure that you make that happen, you know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody have a beautiful 2025, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chun and shout out to Spliff. I love y'all. Shout out to my moms. I love you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my niece, Paige. Shout out to all the subscribers on the YouTube channel. Shout out to Cash Out Mellow, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy. You a true supporter. He got the first t-shirt that I printed up. I sent that to him because he supports, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody that's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and all that, man. I fuck with my community. I talk to y'all when y'all comment, and we keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to everybody. I love Christmas. It's coming up. That's my time of year. So happy holidays to you and your family, Sparrow, you know what I'm saying? And thank you for pulling up. For Sparrow, it's Dricanhippie, and y'all already know what we about to do. We about to get up out of here, and we done, man. That was 2024, man. We out of here.
That's the new million. Study the game, the 1% they only play for trillions. Pose as heroes, but they play the villain. Sweet talking to your children, turn them into Robin Hoods. And we know how the story ended. I'm throwing Molotovs at Bonapartes, trying to sell us broken parts. Cause what's a race when the car don't start? Say the wheel's in motion, but we still in park. The only M's I ever seen was Mickey D's with the golden arch. Playing my heartstrings, extorting my prime. It's daylight savings, the way they trying to shorten my time. Caught in the vine, where's God? I'm reporting a crime. The atheist laughed and said, let me know when you find